Brand new movie park in. Today we're gonna have a big change of plans. The cool thing is, so I hope both areas will still be relatively immersive, besides of course that and the tower. So then on some of these path squares, and of course that doesn't fit. What? Wait, actually no, that's fine. Future version of the courthouse square. It's just a bit more colorful, it's a bit cooler. And I love the second movie, so, well. What I've also just realized is this, of course, needs to be asphalt because it's a road. So let's go and paint this something like that. It's not the nicest texture. It's definitely a bit wonky, especially from afar. But I guess some decoration will fix that, I think. But that needs a lot of work, of course. First off, let's pop in some water. Can we go higher? Or is that... Uh-oh. Oh my god. No, I think this is the highest we can go. It does have to be rock, and then using actual rock pieces we can enhance that in just a minute. Once again though, I'm not supposed to be doing this. This is just the layout. Focus, Benjamin, focus. So everything is nice and covered up there, and then yeah, alright, if we make that a little bit higher. Oh my god, that is perfect. I would say it's almost like these are made for it, but I do think they actually are. This is then leading you to the first launch. Probably the only launch. Hydraulic launch. I have never built one of those. I have no idea how long these usually are supposed to be. Degrees. Pop that in. Then this is gonna need a lot of testing, by the way. Then why? Like, So then, wait a minute. Huh? No. No, it is not supposed to do that. It is supposed to... Wait, what? Hold on. What the hell? How the hell am I supposed to go this way then? What? Dude, that is super weird. What the hell? Is that it? I am extremely skeptical, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think this is gonna work. It doesn't usually have a perfectly round shape. It's a bit more oval. But let's first test this, because I have no idea if any of this even works at the top or if it's way too fast. There's only one way to find out. Let's have a look. Oh. See that? Oh! If you reckon that's a bit fast. So the launch is just a little bit too fast, I think, or too long, but I don't think it doesn't look too long. I feel like these always kind of are. Yeah, so this is way too high. Oh my god. That's already pretty damn fast, to be fair. But this seems... Yo! Wait, that's it. I mean, I of course haven't really... yeah, this is not looking great. Okay, so this is actually a much bigger pain than I thought it was going to. But look, this is starting to look a bit... Oh my... Man, I don't know.
Eventually.
Guys, I have just done something. Thing about this, if we go into the launch settings, you can see the target speed is 88 miles an hour, which if you don't know yet, that's exactly the speed at which the DeLorean was supposed to go to be able to, you know, go into the future or the past. However, I'm pretty sure that the part after this looks idiotic as hell, so we definitely need to smooth this out. Especially the part here where it goes down is very Wait, what? What does that mean? I mean, you can tell this this is pretty rough, as you know. Look, for example, this. Why can't it do that? That makes no sense. I haven't actually sat inside, so I don't know how bad it really is. Let's have a look. I'm pretty sure it's bad. But let's just see. So the start is really quite good, but then this. To be fair, it is not terrible, but it's also definitely not great. What happens, by the way, if I just select this whole part and just smooth that very strongly, like so? Did I just ruin it, or did that actually fix it? That definitely did not fix it. Now I have smoothed it out a lot, like pretty sure it's like 10. So let's see what that looks like now. Oh, that is a lot better. It's better. It's still just weird. Like, that looks very weird, right? Like, that is just not right. Even if it is smooth, that's just dumb. Yeah, no, let's not do that. Straight down version like this. Does that look good? That looks really good with you.
3 days later.
Ladies and gentlemen, cooking has occurred. Yes, that's the coaster. There are to enhance. One of them is the supports for the top hat. Of course, this has very custom supports, very cool looking supports, so I think we should do that. I also want to try and turn the train into the DeLorean, which is probably going to be tricky. We'll try anyway. That reminds me, it's funny, in this park, we've already got 3 coasters that are based on a car. Then, of course, there's the Ford Explorer for Jurassic Park, but we also have the Harry Potter flying car. So it's funny. Cars seems to be a recurring theme. So anyway, we quite simply have to build a few really tall poles. You probably know how much I love poles from my previous series. Also have to connect to the thick one at the end. And that's gonna be tricky because they're all at a different angle. So, you know, by the way, for the nerds wondering, I'm using Red Force as reference, which is practically the exact same thing, except a much less fun layout. And the platform at the very top, we should probably make using what's called a support platform, because it's a platform for supports. It's incredible. The only thing is this. How are we gonna... Wait a minute. We'll just do it like this instead, just to finish this off on the sides. Do we need some fences on here? Probably. Do we have some in this tab by any chance? I think this design is fine, actually. I hope the train still fits next to that. I think we should be good. Let's have a look, actually. Oh yeah, that is fine. And then what else do we need? Of course, all the way down here, we need the actual supports, like the footers. support. The footers, ladies and gentlemen. Technically, we also need the diagonal ones in between these squares, like this. Are we gonna do that? I guess we are.
2,000 years later.
There you go. All done. Simply do that using the exact same techniques. Because of the angles here, it's definitely gonna be tricky, but I mean, that's okay, I guess. And then down here, it's a lot simpler. Simply grab one of these and connect it straight to the track. That same thing has to be done for every single part of this track. And right here, it actually fits absolutely perfect. At least that bit of realism we can add, we will add. Look just how much cooler this immediately looks. It is so imposing all of a sudden. I really love that. And I think the coaster still fits through perfectly. By the way, this tree, I can select it, but I can't delete it. I've used the demolish tool, I've tried everything, I cannot delete this tree. I think because it crosses this line here, it is so tedious, but I can't remove it. So this is gonna have to be a forest or something back here. Same, by the way, goes for this one. Same exact thing. I cannot delete these trees. But to be fair, for my own sanity, it's probably a better idea to turn this into a forest anyway, because otherwise it's just way too crazy. I can already tell this is going to be a massive pain. I'm already getting so triggered by just not knowing the pieces that exist. There is too much stuff. I'm just saying it. There's too much stuff. That was kind of the freedom of Theme Park Tycoon 2. Is you had primitives and you had to make everything yourself. These lights I like a lot more, also because they're actual light to that shape. But everything, I'm just not sure about any of this, man. It is just a little bit strange. I think for the front, this isn't even that bad. Maybe a windshield could help. Once again, very, very similar to what I did over at the Harry Potter roller coaster. I think this is decent. How limited some of these pieces are. There's just not that much to go off of. So a lot of this is just a big mess, and I'm hoping it's not too apparent in the end. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's not awful. it's just strange. There is just one little problem, or at least some sort of weird thing. Of course, the front part is a separate piece to the rest of the train. As you can tell, this is now bent. We are just going to pretend like that is rubber or something that can kind of curve along with the train. So there you have it. I'm actually quite happy with this. Could have been a lot worse. A lot worse.